Hello, everyone's. I am here for Married to Medicine Season 7, Episode 7. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. I hope you guys can see me a lot better. It seems like when I was using my green screen, when I would go to put the background on the green screen, it was doing a lot and I was kind of looking kind of not so bright. So I decided to go ahead and bring this bad boy back on out, and hopefully that my videos are a lot clearer now. So I hope this solved everything. I didn't switch locations in my little studio area, so hopefully that matters, that where the window is facing me now and I'm facing the window. Y'all ain't even here for all that. Y'all came here to listen to what I got to say about Married to Medicine. We got Cecil and Scott meeting up. And Cecil, he is looking like a full-on bartender / therapist. Because Scott is sitting there telling him about how it was when Contessa was out of town to further her studies. And he was there with the kids on top of working and doing everything in the house. And the only thing Cecil needed was like a rag to wipe down the bar area where they was at. I just thought that was very funny. Like he was sitting there like like a therapist. And now that Contessa has left the program, it's like, is there any type of resentment that she has towards you? And Cecil asked, do you think that counseling may help? That's what helped him and Simone out going through counseling, because them together, they was fussing and fighting and they wasn't listening to each other. They just, this is my way, it should be this way, this is how I feel, and that's the only thing that should matter. And them going to counseling brought them two back together. Now, while this is going on, Contessa is talking to Jackie about how she thought furthering her career was the best choice. It was a year program. She didn't think it was going to, cause this much trouble in her marriage. She didn't want to wait till her kids were, didn't graduate to high school before she went to further her career. Because by that time, she'd be 60 years old. So she just thought, like, taking this 1 year going to school wasn't going to hurt. Like, she was home on weekends, but she was just gone, during the week. She didn't know it was going to cause so much trouble for her family. Now, Mariah is still upset that Quad has been telling people and having people think that she was out here doing drugs. And says she has results from 3 different drug test companies, and she needs the ladies to admit she's wrong. Now, some people are like, why she keep on bringing it up? Because we not talking about it. But like, this didn't happen to you. If somebody had said that you was out here doing something and you knew full well that you wasn't doing it, and now other people is looking at you and agreeing with the person who was like told this lie on you, then you would feel some type of way too. Like you got people out here thinking that I was on drugs, that I was doing all these things, and I went and got my test, and you like, I don't believe it, it's inconclusive. And you just don't want to admit that you was wrong for saying something like this. And this is where Mariah's thing is. And I was like, I understand, like, somebody lying on you, saying that you've done something, and, like, people looking at you sideways, some believing you and some not believing you because it is. It's a lot. Now, Jackie, she hosts this mask dinner. We putting on Mardi Gras mask. Let me stop. I don't know if they're Mardi Gras masks. They were putting on masks because as women, they wear many masks. Some are workers, some are mothers. We have all these masks that we have to wear as women. But Jackie knows that these women are bougie. So she decides, even though that they are bougie, and so we're going to go to a barn to have dinner. Quiet, she's like, we couldn't go to a mansion. Heavenly's like, girl, like a barn? Like, really, this is where we having our dinner at a barn? I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Everything was going good. And now one person was arguing, with nobody side-eyeing anyone, but Simone announces that the things that are going on between Mariah and Quad are disappointing and disgusting. And I feel like she was saying that it's towards Quad, like, girl, that is so wrong what you done. And she gets to crying, and when somebody gets upset, her friends got like 4 or 5 of her friends got to carry her off to the bathroom. And I was heavily like, why we always got to go to the bathroom when somebody's upset? And then we show it like all the time when somebody's upset. When Toya was upset with Jocelyn, her friends had to carry her off to the bathroom. When Simone and Heavenly was getting into that restaurant, Mariah had to take Simone off to the bathroom. It was like, why we always got to go off to the bathroom? I guess in the bathroom cameras aren't there, but you still mic'd up, so I don't know what that was gonna do. Like get you under control, get all that anger out and get all that crying out and get yourself together. I guess that's what y'all doing in the bathroom. But I was like, why we need 4 or 5 people to take her to the bathroom? I was in agreement with that. I'm sorry, y'all. With Heavenly, y'all, this weather is trying to turn. And I think I had my AC down too low last night, so I think I might be getting a cold. Because it was super hot yesterday. And I left my AC on when I came back home. I was like, oh, this feels good. But I was like, now it feels good. But now I'm all congested. I can't even talk because of this. I don't even know what the temperature is right now. That's probably why. That's why it's 69 degrees outside right now. When I looked yesterday, it said it was going to be in the 80s. So that's why I done woke up sick, because I had my AC down low and it's 69 degrees outside. I was out here trying to freeze myself. Y'all ain't even want to hear about all that. Y'all not caring what's going on with me and my congestion. Y'all here for the video. So, where was I at? Yeah. Okay. Toya asked Heavenly. Okay, where we at? I'm sorry I keep on sniffing, y'all. So Toya asked Heavenly, you believe what Quiet said about Mariah? And she didn't say anything. And she was like, well, here's the results. Look at the results. And Heavenly's like, she don't want any parts of that. I was like, well, last episode, you sat there on the bus. I believe Quiet. I believe you was doing drugs. I believe this. You was all in part of it. But this episode, you want no parts of this whole, whether Mariah is lying or whether Quad is lying. Quad is your friend. I don't know what this doggone piece of hair is doing right here, but it's working my nerves. Lay down. Yeah. You don't want no parts of it right now. But last episode, you was giving your whole beliefs, and yes, I believe she did it. Quiet said she did it, therefore she did it. I was like, really? This is what we doing? Toya tries to show Jackie the results, and Jackie, she don't want to look at the results because, she don't want to take sides. And here's my thing. Hold on. Here's my thing with Jackie and her not want to look at the results. You got on, was it a podcast with Heavenly or Quiet? Whoever you was on the podcast with, you was comfortable enough to bring up, Mariah's alleged drug abuse. You was willing to carry the torch or the baton, like Quiet said it, so now I'm going to grab the baton and I'm going to jump on and say it. Not saying it was alleged or any of those things. You felt comfortable enough to go on a podcast where all these people can hear you, and you was recorded for Bravo for Married to Medicine, talking about it and Mariah's alleged drug abuse, but you don't want to sit here and look at the results right now. I felt some type of way about that. Jackie, you my girl, but the fact that you wouldn't sit here and look at the results and be like, okay, Mariah, I'm sorry, my bad, I shouldn't have done these things. It's like Mariah's bringing her evidence to the people, and the people don't want to look at it, because as long as they don't look at the evidence proving that she wasn't doing drugs, they can continue to sit there and be like, I believe this was what happened because Quiet said this happened, therefore it's true. And if you look at those results and it says that, her tests were clean, then what you gonna do? I was disappointed in Jackie, I don't want to get into this type of situation. I don't want to come in between them or what they saying, but you was comfortable enough to go on a podcast and talk about it. But you don't want to be comfortable enough to sit here and read the results? I guess. The ladies go to Second African Baptist Church, like one of the oldest churches in the U.S. Like, it was built in 1802. Now, I thought I went to a church a few years ago, and it was like 150 years old. I was like, man, that is something to be like in a church that this is a historic church. I was like, that's something. The church was built by freed slaves. And like once they got to working and building on the church, they was able to make money to buy more slaves to free them so they can make money and buy free slaves and so on and so forth. I was like, that was a good idea, you buying the slaves, but you not using them as slaves. You giving them their freedom so they can work and give another slave their freedom. Like even Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. came to the church during the Civil Rights Movement. I was like, that was okay. I was happy about this scene at them at the church because I didn't want them up there hooting and hollering and fussing and shouting and causing all kind of scenes at the church. I just did not want that to happen. As they was inside the congregation, inside the church, they were talking about all the things that giving like a testimony. I didn't go through what was going on because I didn't feel like going on and on about it. I should have. I know if I'm going to be doing reviews, I really need to be like focused on what they saying. It's just that I just didn't write it down. Now, they back in Atlanta. And I told y'all years ago that Heavenly's daughter, Laura, was going to give her a run for her money. Like, that little girl already had a little bit too much attitude and a little too much sass when she was little. And now she almost 14 years old. She is giving it to Heavenly. She walks in like, girl, what you doing in my room? Like, child, like, you got your own room and a whole separate area. Why you got to be in my room? I'm like, first of all, little girl, she paid the mortgage on this house. You were privileged to have this room. I can knock the doors off if I want to. Do you want that? She's like, come on, sit down, Mama. What we going to talk about? She's like, ooh, look at that lipstick you got on. You don't like mine? She was like, you don't want to look like mine? I don't know why I'm doing Heavenly's voice. That was so not intended. And she was like, why? So my lips gonna look all dry like yours? Like, no, thank you. Then they get to talking about the little boys at school giving her, money so she could buy snacks and she can buy lunch. And she was like, why are the little boys doing that? Stop doing it. Why are those little boys doing that? She's like, because I'm cute. That's why. Okay, you can leave now. I was like, okay. Just wait till she turns 16. She gonna be a mess. So lastly, Mariah, Aiden, Toya, and Eugene, they go for dinner and they discuss what went on in Savannah and how, like, the other ladies and the doctors, well, I don't want to say ladies, the ladies, they didn't want to have anything to do with looking at Mariah's test results. They just didn't care. They talk about Jackie not want to look at Eugene looks at the results and sees that it's from a reputable lab. Like, this ain't no, fly by the night type of situation. And Mariah and Paige and people like this is a very reputable lab. And the test she had got done, like, that's a test that can go back years. This is what Eugene is telling us. And how some boxers, if they had taken drugs like 5 years ago, this certain test that they take, it will show up in their blood test and they will not be able to box. So he's believing Mariah. Like, this company is for real. This is a legit company. And the test that you had done can go back years. It's just not 90 days. And I was like, I don't know how that is, but like, Eugene don't come off as a liar to me, even for friends. So I'm going to go about what Eugene is saying. And Eugene's saying that, like, this is like some kind of PIC test or something like that. I do not remember the actual word. But this certain test, it can go back like several years. And it's proven that, you didn't have drugs in it. She said she went to 3 different places to prove to herself. So, like, now it's just like she's proven herself to Eugene. Eugene believes her. Eugene's like, don't even worry about what them other girls got to say. Like, you didn't. I know you didn't, Toya know you didn't, they didn't know you didn't. So that's all that matters. Just like brush that off. So y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, and you can share it with your people. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.